So Don says in question 11, this would indicate to me that in the Great Pyramid at Giza, the Queen's Chamber, as it is called, would be the chamber for initiation. Is this correct? Ross says, again, you penetrate the outer teaching. The Queen's Chamber would not be appropriate or useful for healing work, as that work involves the use of energy in a more synergic configuration rather than the configuration of the center being. So here's where we see the use of energy in a specific way for initiation. Now, I am not really sure what initiation entails. I don't think anybody can explain what initiation is, but I usually relate it with what people call awakening, having a sort of awakening. And I can give you my example of what I would think was my initiation. The word initiation means to start, to begin, to initiate. What is this initiation? It's the seeking of the one creator, whether consciously or subconsciously. This is what happens. An initiation is a trigger, something that starts you up. And so initiation can be an experience, can be, well, it has to be an experience. Everything's an experience, but it could be a situation, it could be an event, it could be a dream, it could be work or a conversation or reading a book or just an experience in which the information given suscitates this seeking of the one creator, which again, is not God in the Jehovah sense. It's just that yearning that we have. The seeking of the one creator is the knowing of the self. Demystifying the seeking of God is simply to say seeking of the self. You are that divine essence, yet you and all of us pretend not to be. We play this game that we're something else, that we are this separate self, that somehow it became a human and it's now struggling to survive and so on. So that's initiation, is whatever experience that you have that triggers this seeking of the one creator. That is you. So there needs to be a sort of configuration. I don't know how this works. I mean, metaphysically, I have no idea. And I don't think even Ra knows. I think they know what can possibly stimulate this in people as a sort of mechanism, and that's what the pyramid was for. Yet they do say, or they did say, that this wasn't appropriate. The giving of the pyramids was a naive effort to help humans as they were helped by these shapes in the past. And so in the pyramids, it's not a mechanism that would cause proper initiation, or I mean, I in my bias would say proper initiation, but you can get distorted or deviated from the seeking of the one creator in unity, which is what happened in Egypt. And I have my speculations here, but I won't get into them yet. The point is that initiation is that. Initiation is what causes that seeking. And so that's different from healing, which is in the King's Chamber. I don't know if they said that here. The King's Chamber would not be appropriate or useful for healing. Maybe it was Don who asked. I lost track already. No, he said that the Queen's Chamber would be chamber for initiation. So yeah, the Queen's Chamber would not be appropriate for the healing. See, I'm mixing terms here. The healing is done in the King's Chamber. And yeah, so to untangle this, the Queen's Chamber would not be appropriate or useful for healing, which is what the work was done in the King's Chamber, as that work, the work of the King's Chamber, involves the use of energy in a more synergic configuration rather than the configuration of the center being. I'm going to speculate here with the words they use when they say, first, there's two words. Synergic configuration, that would be for healing. That makes sense. And center the configuration for the center being would be for initiation. Makes sense that a center being, if you're uncentered, let's use it with the separate self, the ego self. The separate self is not a center being, it's uncentered. So initiation would be a shock for that perception of the separate self to go back into the true self. That would be initiation. Energy configuration that causes the center being to snap back to it, if you will. So that's initiation. Whereas healing is a synergic configuration for energy redirection of the energy centers, rather, or through the energy centers. You see, so we see the two parts of the pyramid. It's funny that the whole pyramid, and I did a very crude sketch in the back, but the pyramid is, you can see that it's designed, for the huge pyramid, just for a queen's chamber, a grand gallery, king's chamber, the shafts, that's it. So, that was the purpose of at least the Great Pyramid at Giza. So